time now.
Then I'm coming back broken down and defeated, deterred engine busy and confused, sleeping. You're dying while I wait you to get started on the journey chosen, wasted, now it's selected. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky and crush me in my smile. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky and crush me in my smile. Sober, sad and jaded. Then I'm coming back broken down and defeated. You are dying while I wait you to get started. You are dying while I wait you to get started. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky, yeah. Crush me in my smile. I was so bad, what happened? Fall out of the sky and crush me in my smile.
I'm a motherfucking unicorn, a one-of-one. Divide being the love and light, then light and one. My karma is interstellar, I live by truth. Fighting evil, my scars are living proof. Protecting you from the storms with all my might. Love me, I will treat you right. You ever cross me, it's the last thing you'll ever do. With my crown of thorns, I'll wreck you. I ain't playing, yo, Ryan Hart, call me a saint. Too bad Chris, because Bigfoot knows my name. I'm a messenger of God, with loyalty I serve. Taking out all evil with his holy word. A true Knights Templar, sword in hand. Slice you up, bury you in the sand. I'm a motherfucking unicorn, you'll never find anyone like me. Born in the Bronx, raised in NYC. So listen up, take heed. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. A true Knights Templar, sword in hand. Slice you up, bury you in the sand. I'm a motherfucking unicorn, you'll never find anyone like me. Born in the Bronx, raised in NYC. So listen up, take heed. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Hello and welcome to Third Eye Live. I was just effing around with Instagram to see if I can get it to go live. I gotta ask Coley how she fucking does it, because Coley SNX Radio, which I'm nominating you, Dave, down on the bottom, to join on. You'll like. She's awesome. She's all over the place. She puts her videos and everything on so many different fucking platforms at the same time. It's insane. She logs into Instagram, and I just got to figure out how the hell she does it, for whatever reason. I mean, it would be great.
Probably carefully.
She does. Well, the other night, my buddy Al was on, and he was talking about like how he saw a UFO for like a month straight, and it would flash him. So she said, "Come on." So I came on the program, and I sent in a photo of this Dogman den that we went to, and so she could see it. Like, he's talking about something that we had. So I sent her evidence, and she goes, "Come in. I don't want to take away from someone else's show." So whatever. But I jumped in, and he was like, "Oh, now I'm in trouble." But I left. Before I left, I said, "I got one question for Mr. Santariga. When the UFO flashed you, how big was its boobs?" And then I just went and I hung up. So that's what I do. But it's great to be here. This is Dave Ferrigno, host of Brothers of the Arcana. All around great, wonderful guy, and a true brother to me. Of course, we have brother Mark Eddy in the corner. Ominous. No, only joking. Author extraordinaire, comedy producer, productions. He does it all, and we know who Mark is. Our guest tonight was supposed to be Mary Lynn Best, who is a phenomenal psychic out of the state of Texas. She's doing a lot of filming. She can't make it, but we did reschedule her to Monday, the 23rd of this month. Same bat time, same bat channel. And this is what we're going to do. If we can't get that person on the week, we're definitely going to do a show. It may be pick a finger, or something, but we may just have people just pop in. I thought tonight, and I don't know about these gentlemen, like maybe open lines where I can invite you guys in if you want to start talking about specific subjects, and we can all, chat about it. If you have if you want some kind of like reading for the most part, or you want questions and clarity, yes, I do that medium stuff. Dave also is gifted, and he's got his magic cards with him, and he may be able to pull something out of the deck based on what you're putting out there and give you an answer. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. And don't rely on us. Do your own research. That's a pretty good disclaimer, would you say? I mean, yeah. Yeah. So before we say hello to everybody else, Mark, how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Did Al get, or did you hear on the archive if Al gave a response about if he saw boobs?
He just laughed. Everybody laughed. Up, and Dave Ferrigno is back and better than ever. He's already having problems tonight. They just laughed. They did do a good response. Also,
Dave is such a hot guest. You can see the smoke rising off the bottom of the screen. Look at the puffs of smoke.
Yes. Dave actually burns a lot of incense. And hey, Digger Dog's in there. Look at that shit. It's good to see you, Digger Dog. Sorry. I am like ADHD right now because I'm freaking out. I got to go flying into St. Louis for tomorrow. And I don't like to fly. But yeah, he was very receptive. We got Keegan here. Keegan, if you want to jump in, you say the word, buddy. We're gonna have them on. Cool as Paranormal. In a couple of weeks. Okay. Yeah. And this is great. So, look at this. Look at this. Dave effing Scott. Yes, it looks like, look at this. Look at this. You just jelly Dave Scott. There's a gentleman in this chat right now, this room. His name is Dave Ferrigno. You need to get him on your show. I'm just going to say it right now. I'll introduce you guys. He's amazing at what he does. Very knowledgeable, fun. He has a tagline, and I know you do public radio. Well, you were broadcast on terrestrial radio, and he may have to curb the, we may have to get the censor button for some of the things that, he would say, like, I don't know, punch him in the, whatever.
Maybe punch him in the dick.
Yeah, punch him in the dick. Yeah, so, but it's good. Yeah, my chin hair on a poodle. Thank you very much, Dave. Just what I need to hear. But Dave Rigno, how are you doing too? I mean, I think I talked to you the other day and the day before and just chatted here and there.
Just living the dream here in wonderful New Jersey. Getting a little bit warmer out, so that's a plus because the winter's been miserable so far.
Yeah, exactly. Where we go, it says it's supposed to be warmer over where I'm going. But I'm not that I haven't been Floridaized where, I think 72 degrees is way too warm. To be brutally honest, folks. Yeah, that's like warm. But over there it's going to be chilly, so I don't know what to pack.
Well, that's because you have a poodle on your chin, right?
Yeah, I do. Look at this. He's just jealous. He's just jealous that I do what I do. Yeah.
I don't know much about Missouri's weather. At least it's starting to warm up some. I just take.
Yeah, I'll tell you that whole Midwest. They were talking about the potential. It's getting warm enough that they could have, like, you could have a tornado in a heartbeat.
Yeah, there's some severe weather forecasted for that area.
And I'm flying right into it. Thank you. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Yeah, this is
you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Just put that life preserver on. You'll be good.
Yeah, Dave, did you have problems with the nor'easter from last week? Is that snow gone?
It's mostly melting at this point. We had we didn't get as bad as like Rhode Island and places like that. I know they got 37 plus inches in some areas up there. We only got about 18 inches or so. There's some local, maybe like 20 or 22 inches. So all things considered, we lucked out compared to the other stuff.
Yeah, the Shelley Montgomery, welcome. Central Illinois is getting slammed with a ton of rain. Better rain than snow, I would assume. It's well, Jen over at P&L Podcast, we had a blizzard here today. Like, you live on an island in the middle of the North Atlantic. You're one step away from being called Greenland. Yeah, come on, Jen. Just go heat up some seal fins soup and, cuddle up next to the fireplace or whatever. Burn a poltergeist. I hope so, Jen. I really do. I do not like the fly. I'm just no. But I'm just gonna do. Is it all right if I do a little bit of roll call? I just want to say hello to everybody. Straw Dog in the house. Kitty Catty Whack. Welcome. We got Mark Eddy here. Diane Boss, welcome. I'm just trying to go down the Jen from P&L Podcast. Please go out and check out her subscribe to her podcast. Please feel free, mods, to throw in links to other people's shows as well as Mark Eddy's OnlyFans page. I just don't like this name, but it's just so hard to San Kudo. I just keep thinking Sans and Kudo. I don't know if it's pronounced right, but welcome. I saw Wayne in the house. Wayne, party on, and Shelley Montgomery. Cole's Paranormal or Cools. I'm sorry if I'm reading that wrong. Belswell, he's here. And again, we were supposed to have, and Diamond Dave from Spaced Out Radio, the captain over there. No, seriously, it is a fantastic show. And what's great about Dave Scott, who is coming on to this broadcast, thank God. You don't know his agent I had to deal with. Always does a great job. He is a real hey Brent, welcome to the podcast. He is a real broadcast, he's a journalist, and he does a great job with the interview. We don't really do interviews here. We introduce you to really cool and amazing people that we think you should be following and that have really good information, and we try to bring them to you. Some of them, the first time you see them is going to be like that introduction, the sorbet, before we bring them back on a little bit later on throughout the year, and we get them going on. One of those persons is right here. His name's Dave Ferrigno. Don't make him angry. You don't want to make him angry. I had to say that, Dave. Wayne from Michigan UFO and Paranormal. I hate your freaking name. I always screw it up, and Michelle's probably going to kill me at one point. Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. I got it. It's one of those days. I don't know. Is anybody else but me? Oh, Freaky Geek, welcome. Digger Dog. Gotta love. I haven't seen Digger Dog in a while. On other broadcasts, and welcome back. It's really great to see you. Good to see everybody here, and we do appreciate you. Yes, I know, freaky it is, but you know what? There's so many different shows, and as long as you step back, maybe watch the rerun, or as Mark says, the archives, which are all on our YouTube page. It's still, it's still like, a good thing for us. We like to build. We're trying to build a community, so Mark can start his cult. Cult of Mark. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's not going to end up like Jonestown, but
no, please, if they start giving out Kool-Aid, run. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be something else, but I'm not sure exactly what.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. But I'm going to do what I do, and we're going to start up in a minute, and we're going to seriously open lines. If you want to jump on, first come, first serve. We'll talk about anything. If you have a question or you want some kind of reading or clarity on something you're going through, just put it in the chat. We'll bring it up. We may even, if you wanted to come in to talk about it, and then we'll kind of give you, I'm not in the frame of mind to be doing readings personally, but I'll do my best. But Dave does have his handy dandy tarot deck, and I don't know, you could do a 3-card spread, or I don't know what you want to do. Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever works.
We'll figure it out. But I just want to do this because I did it once before, and these guys are great. I'm not getting paid for this, but I'm putting on my McLovin hat now because I have to. I'm going to take off the comments for 2 seconds. So my buddies down in West Palm Beach, Florida, off of Southern Boulevard, they have the premier outdoors outfitter store. It's called We Kick Brass. At one point, they had a program called Brass Holes. I was one of the brass holes, one of the last brass holes to get in there, and I'm very proud of that. But they take care of you like family you love and like, not the other kinds that piss you off and you don't want to see at any holiday dinner. So they will ship any place around the country. They have a website at wekickbrass.com. You can give them a call, 561-508-2589. And this is why I'm wearing my McLovin hat. Tell them McLovin sent you. It's a long story, but that's me, McLovin. And because my middle name is private, I will just be using McLovin from this point until it's not private. It's an intimate thing. So thank you guys for that. And go check them out. We Kick Brass. Another thing we're doing, if you see in the chat, you're going to see that this Saturday, and a lot of you guys have been following it because you watch BMR, you watch the Blondes and Booze, Krista and Brandy, Donnie Cho says shit, or whatever else program is, stuff. Donnie Cho says stuff. But this Saturday, they're doing a benefit for Adam Whited from Half Inch Wrench Crew. On December 1st, his house burnt down, and him, his wife, and the 2 kids lost everything. This was supposed to happen months ago, but the Midwest is pretty damn cold. So they switch it to this Saturday. If you get there, it's March 7th from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. It's $40 per person. 6 to 9, I believe, is music, and most people can come. And then from 9 to 4 in the morning, you can investigate and have a grand old time. I'm going to be there. I believe Terry Mosley will be there. We're going to try to do a CE5 over there and bring in some extraterrestrials. Or as my friend says, ET, Eddy Torres, the extra testicle, but we're going to keep those testicles inside. And then you can go ghost hunt, and there's going to be equipment there. There's a ton of people that know what's going on and how to do things. So even if you were just curious, definitely come down. And you can get your tickets right there at www.hauntedgarage.net/benefit. And one more thing we're doing, because I have to do it. Bigfoot Fades, who wasn't feeling very well last couple of days. I think she had pneumonia. Yeah. So I was, there was a gentleman on, which would probably get on to our show, that was talking about how he has a pond on his property. He has a lot of property, and Bigfoot's come down. And I said, wouldn't that be cool if he walked out one day and saw a Bigfoot in the water? And Bigfoot Fades actually made me a video. I said, can you make I wanted her to make hey, I'm over here. Great pool. So she made this video. I'm going to play it. Thank you, Bigfoot Fades. Go check her out as well.
Sir Bryan.
It's very simple. There you go. And I really want to thank her for that. But this is it. This is the show. And we're going to talk about whatever comes up. I don't like to not do a show because, it's, I really don't, unless it's a fantastic rerun, and some of them are, and I will use them sometimes. My buddy David Buter's there. Creepy pick in the background, Dave. It's a Knights Templar. Get with the program, buddy.
People show up because they're loyal followers.
Yeah, I mean, we do some fun stuff.
I think the programming that you started, the series,
yes,
off with, capture people's attention, right away with Ron Murphy as a guest, and you kept it growing.
I mean,
and I think kind of brought me on. I contributed a little bit, and
a lot.
And I think that, the quality of guests and discussions have really helped to get more people in chat each week. We appreciate it. We just don't want to let them down.
No, I don't want. I mean, you're 100% correct, Mark Eddy, and that's why he is the gangster psychic, as Bino from Oz has claimed his name. It's what, if you're going to commit to doing a live show, I think you should do a live show, unless you have like you can't do it for there's one day this month I cannot do on the 25th. I just can't. There's something going on, and
things like that happen.
I will be ritualistically killed if I used to do that day for multiple reasons. Then again, if things go bad, I may be on here going and spitting fire and vinegar, or whatever, piss and vinegar. But we try to do it. If we ever really, I'm not opposed to. I don't have it set up where anybody could just log on as me. I don't do that. But I would have other people come in. It's a security thing. There's already people trying to hack shit, and I don't want to deal with that. But we're trying to bring you a lot of really, really cool guests. And the introductions are always great, and they're fun. And then when they come back, now you know who they are. I'm like, wow, this is going to be a powerhouse. I mean, and it's going to be informative. It's fun. like when Dave was on with Alex from Brothers of the Arcana, we had fun. I mean, when you guys were on Michigan, the Michigan show. Oh God,
Michelle
Wayne,
and
they're
Wayne
gonna
show.
kill me. Yeah, Michelle and Wayne show. They're gonna kill me, dude. I keep butchering it. It was fun, and it's good to have you guys, on, and that's what it should be. I mean, what do you think, Dave? Should we just be programmed like? And then what did you do? Did you know you were a beetle?
Oh, absolutely, because everybody wants to hear that all night.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, maybe if you're trying to put the audience to sleep, that would work. But
Yeah.
yeah,
How'd you get interested in this topic? Yeah, that's when you hear that start
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
interview every week.
Tell them a
ain't
little
got
bit about
much to say.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to do the Alex, like whatever, listen, when the Illuminati is doing, the Alex Jones, like paranormal podcast, you got to watch out for the dark side. Maybe punch him in the dick. Right, Dave? That would be really,
hell
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah. Jen says, smash that thumbs up button, but she says, who's doing the first reading tonight? Whoever. We can both we can tag team this, and we'll all give our impressions. If Wickerstick's there. If someone has, a question or you want some information or like clarity, we will give you what we get. And then with that, you can either expand on it and seek out further enlightenment, or you could, use it as like an asterisk, a little bit of a footnote saying, that was interesting, and see how it correlates for you. I think that would be a great thing. Yeah, Wickerstick is great. He was a guest on our show. Wickerstick is my buddy Chris, who has like 15 different fucking names. And I literally, when I booked, it was like, Chris, what are we calling you this time? You have more names in the witness protection program. But
We'll just do the first reading here.
yes. Dominus.
Oh, you mean don't read a book? Oh,
yeah. Well, here I got a subject, and I'm going to put into this chat. God, I know this is going to be a bad fucking idea, but I'm going to copy the link. Oh, just please be kind to us, and we will bring in whoever else wants to come in. But I think let's each one of us, and also everybody in chat, put your 2 cents in if you're getting something. What about this current conflict between a American nation and a Iranian nation? And if you don't want to talk about that, say pass, hard pass, because it's going to get a little bit weird, in my opinion. So, but I'm going to say something. I don't think it's going to go the way Mr. Trump wants it to go. And unfortunately, I don't think we were fully prepared for what was a longer conflict. And if this goes longer than 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we're going to have a problem. Hard political pass from PNL podcast. Yes. I knew. You know what? It is really tough. Yes, there are 13. There's a bunch of nations involved in it because they were sitting back watching the fireworks, but the Iranians wanted to draw everybody in, and this is the problem with places in the Middle East.
They're depleting their missiles. Iran's depleting their missiles very quickly. They're just randomly firing. How are they going to defend themselves next week?
Got a lot of those missiles. They have a shitload of ballistic missiles. You do not understand how much missiles they have there. The problem we have is we're running out of interceptors, missiles and stuff. And Earth Radio's here, and we are on Earth Radio, ERRT Radio. Go check us out. Like us. Say, hey, those guys are great. Maybe you guys should also have the Brothers of the Arcana on Earth Radio. If you want to send them over or hook them up with some audios from your shows. They have a great esoteric show, and it's a lot of good stuff. They're great guests. I mean, Dave, when you and Alex had Scott Walter on with Tim Hogan, that was just what a fantastic show.
Yeah, and I saw that Scott was recently on AJ's podcast, the Y-Files. They do the basement. So both Tim and Scott have been on that now.
Yeah, you need AJ to come on yours.
Yeah, I should see if I could get one of those guys to set it up, but he's certainly got a great channel and super popular. So
oh yeah,
I don't know if he'd come down to our peon level, but you never know.
I think he would enjoy it because the Y-Files are basically a proper way of saying esoterica. And if you guys haven't checked it out, Dave, did you did something in chat, right? I just want to make sure so I can make you, give you the angel wings or whatever the fuck they are.
So for some reason, my chat, when I try to log in, it keeps giving me an error. So I haven't been able to yet.
No problem. If you can do it on the phone, do it that way, and you'll get your angel wings and what have you. But I think it will work out really, really great. Oh, here we go. Here, you want to here it is. Here, this is. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, Shelley. This is great. How does a person even ask questions? That's a very interesting question, actually. That's like the allegory of the cave from Plato, which one of our guests, Arlen Schumer, didn't even know what the fuck was. Sorry.
Yikes. I think with that question, though, it's important the way you ask questions and the way you phrase them, especially because, if you're trying to get accurate information. And also when people are summoning things, you got to be very careful as to what you're doing on that front as well.
100%. A lot of, they call it spelling. I think everybody's seen these videos that have popped up and all this stuff, but you are in essence, be mindful what you think and speak and very specific. Otherwise you can have, I'm going to use my famous word, plethora of freaking problems. And Dave is right about that. A lot of the, there's a lot of summoning and spell work and magic taking place. Oh, there you are. Nice hand. Magic taking.
It's my personal one, though.
No problem. It's fine. You're just gonna. There you go. Yeah. Managing monitor. You can do whatever the hell you want. I know.
And yes, we're definitely summoning McNuggets tonight.
McNuggets. We are.
Maybe we need like 100 piece.
Yeah, we need 100 piece McNuggets.
And doesn't Jen have a Taco Bell? There are 2 Taco Bells on Newfie now, aren't there?
Yes. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't live in Newfoundland or Newfoundland.
Dave, I thought she said maybe she can clarify, but I don't know. I might prefer a burrito more than McNuggets, but
you know what? Okay, here we're gonna get into this. This is stupid, but whatever. Who said this? Freaky Geek says I've seen a video with Bruce Lee, and he says words have magic. Yeah, I mean words do have magic. If you when you say things, this is why a lot of native cultures don't want you saying specific creatures or whatever it is, spiritual things, because it begets them. And apparently Wickerstick believes burritos are amazing. I do too as well. And then what is Shelly back? Tell me how things are happening in odd direction. I'll tell you what, I posted this a couple my feed is at least 2 weeks off. A minimum of 2 weeks, probably more, on Facebook. So I know, I had 3 people go, dude, I just got this today on my feed. And I'm like, yeah, Facebook doesn't like me. That's why my last stint in Facebook jail was 74 days. Nobody knows.
Got to do the hard time, Brian.
Yeah, you got to do the hard time. no one brought me smokes either. They come out like, "Where my smokes?" You know. What was that Will Ferrell movie where he's gonna go getting hard or whatever it is? I've got the name. It's like Carly doesn't play this shit. You know, whatever his character was, it was freaking hysterical. And then I went through Talladega, actually coming back from Alabama, and one of my favorite things in the world is Will Ferrell calling one of his sons Walker, Texas Ranger. I love that shit. Sorry, I'm going off on tangents tonight because question was for Dave. Sorry. Here we go. Dave, you're in the spotlight. So the question, tell me how, okay. So the question for Dave, tell me how things are happening in odd directions.
Can we rephrase that question a little bit? I mean, are you talking about a generalization in society or, planetary alignments, or like where are we going with that?
Hold on. She has abilities too. She's been seeing some stuff. Dave, you see rings. Shelly, yes or no, but you've been having these moments, like stuff clarity coming in lately, I believe. No. If you can get clearer, it would be great. Well, if you have a better way of saying it or something, I have no problem about it. And I know Dave will answer anything at this point. Social security number, mother's maiden name.
Yeah, right.
Dave rings. So are you getting an association with Dave and rings? Like a ring, like a hands, like wedding ring or Masonic
Phone
ring?
ringing?
Or phone ringing. And then we get Freaky says sometimes you see rings around the moon, those type of rings.
Oh.
Things are going in a multiple different directions lately. I don't know if anybody's felt it. I felt like we've been jumping timelines back and forth between a lot of good and then a shitload of evil. It's just, some people go, "Oh, it's Mercury retrograde." I fucking hate that. I hate that almost as much as the saying "it is what it is."
I hate the one, well, there's no use crying over spilled milk and God willing and the creeks don't rise. I hate.
What?
There was a guy I used to work with and say stuff like that.
No rubber line mechanical. I'm just reading Shelley's. Oh, that's interesting. It could, maybe you have a mechanical thing taking place. But those phrases just drives me nuts. You kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, the pet,
we're killing birds at this point.
Yeah, the pet peeve. Yeah, you better. Yeah, Jen and I are going to have something to say if someone does something to Spunky. She's already asked about.
Yeah.
Is Spunky to join? Is Spunky's back there?
Bring him up. Bring him up.
Cage doors open. Yeah, he might come out and have to kick some ass.
Probably want a cracker. Sorry. You have a car. Anybody feel like we've? Yeah, this is really interesting because we're getting a couple of things. I think Shelley, you're getting downloads, and then putting them out and possibly targeting, something you're picking up for Dave, which is great, which would be the reverse of us having open lines and answering questions. And then we're also like Freaky Geek talking about the vertigo. I've noticed that. Have you also noticed? Check this out. Have you noticed food doesn't taste good anymore? In all seriousness.
Yeah, it's very generic, right?
Yeah,
it's bland.
Like I love steak. When they were talking about cattle mutilation, I said, yeah, they're great when you put them on a barbecue. That's my kind of mutilation. She wants you to bring Spunky out. Where is it? Right there. Bring Spunky out. But I've noticed that everything I've been trying everything that used to taste good just tastes like nothing. It's like so bland and so unenjoyable. Oh, so unenjoyable. I mean, and that's everything. It's from even sweets or beverages, but also the food supply. No, I don't buy the long COVID crap, and I'm not going to get involved in that because we're going to be shut the fuck down. And sorry, I'm cursing and I should stop.
They'll take us off the internet with that conversation.
Yeah, whatever they say, boss. Well, there you go. I mean, yes, Ron. And have you noticed the double stuffed Oreos are not double stuffed at all? Yeah, they're not. They used to be when they first came out. They were. It was the same cream. It was just 2 cookies put together. Yeah, they must have changed something. And then, this is great cookie. Yeah, I mean, even Sesame Street's on hard times. You ever see some of those memes with like Ernie and Bert are like 30 eating shit out of the garbage can? It's great. I'm sorry. It's so opposite of what it was. Yeah, here you go. This is what I'm talking about. Lay's 50% baked chips taste like wood chippers now. They do. And I'm trying to figure out, is there a glitch in the matrix? The wonderful world we live in, or have we got to the end of the food supply? Like the low hanging, the fruit is gone and now everything's terrible.
No, they may not be allowed to put some of the
chemicals.
Yeah.
I
was thinking of,
but they could.
It rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
They could do that. Sorry. Yeah, everybody's complaining about the amount you get in a package now. Ladies, no comments. Okay, it's not the size. But no, it just there's a dullness to everything. And it used to be like you would have something you would eat. I'm going to use pizza because I'm a New York guy. And you take a bite of pizza and like, wow, that's really good. It was the right sauce, the cheese, whatever it was, it tasted pretty good. Now it's like, blah. It just doesn't taste good.
Yeah, New York pizza usually is very tasty. Nice, crunchy crust.
Oh yeah, Jersey has pretty good pizza too. Don't let them fool you.
Yeah, I just I don't know if I'm experiencing the same thing since I'm just kind of
West
cooking
Virginia
for
pizza?
myself. Not using a lot of seasoning. That's maybe eating the same thing over and over for other reasons with like more garlic in it.
I don't know what it is about the way they make. Everybody says, "Oh, it's the water," which it could be part of that factor. When you make in the dough, it has to have a certain type of water, pH level, whatever, blah blah blah. But I think the fact is that when they're making sauces, pizza sauce, it's not just paste. There is some crushed tomatoes they put in there, some like seasoning they put in there. They really do make something instead of just opening a can and spreading it around like Little Caesars or some other company. And it tastes better.
There's a long tradition.
Yes. Are we going to sing tradition now, Tevia? Tradition, whatever. I'm not going to get into that shit right now because that's a whole other problem. And I'm going to, yes, it's a great weight loss technique. Yes, it is. When the food tastes like shit, you just don't want to eat it. Well, for the most part. But getting back to some other weird things that have happened, I woke up at like 3:45, 3:50, no, 3:47 or something like that in the morning, the night of the eclipse. And, you get up to go use the whatever. And you're like, I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, oh shit. So I shut everything off, ran outside. There I am standing outside in the back of my house in my underwear looking at, the moon, hoping to see, even though we're going to see partial of it in the Florida area. I didn't see anything but a full moon. So it was interesting and weird. But today, haven't been able to sleep very, very well as well. I woke up and my watch was I'm pretty sure I'm missing 2 hours of time. It just stopped dead.
What is there something that would have caused that? Did you see something that would? Are you talking about like missing time, like
Yeah,
the
like
X-Files?
yeah, like X-Files, UFOs, abductions. Just totally dead. The watch does not work, and it's not an inexpensive watch. And the only place I want to do it is in New York. So now it's sitting in a safe until I can get back up to New York to bring it to Fifth Avenue, where the manufacturer has a shop. Although if I fly to Switzerland, they'll do it for free, but that's not a bad thing. So what do you think that is? You guys have any other opinions? Anybody in chat?
When Julia was a guest, she had missing time, and
Yeah, but I didn't end up naked.
well,
You
well,
did.
that might be good for us, not to know that, and possibly the aliens as well. But when Julia was on, she was talking about like more like waking up. There was a little bit of a pre-story, and then a lot more happened with the realization that something very unusual had happened. When there's, if I remember correctly, there's some amnesia. It does her story overlap with yours?
I don't remember anything. That I just noticed. I looked at my watch and it was dead. Now, the thing about my watch, as long as you're breathing and you have a pulse, it runs. And this stopped running.
So it's kinetic or perpetual or whatever,
Yeah,
depending on your movement.
right.
Well, hopefully the show's not like The Sixth Sense.
Oh, I see dead people and stupid people all the fucking time, but I'm not in our chat.
Mostly stupid people. But
Yeah, I see a lot of fucking stupid people. Welcome to Florida. Yeah. Dave, you definitely needed to hear that. It's a Rolex, so that's what it is. And it just stopped dead. I've never had a Rolex stop dead. I don't wear it often.
now you have.
Yeah, now I have. That's going to cost $3,000 later. It's always like, you need a cleaning. Write me a check, with Rolex.
Of course.
Now, you know what? This is one of my best buddies right here. A good cigar smoker, a hell of a guitar player. Yes, you could have gone that long without the image of me naked. But, some countries, I'm considered a god. I'm just going to throw it out at you. Magnetic sphere. It could be. At one point in time, those watches were known for getting magnetized. But I'm not really using it near anything that would magnetize it. Now, when I was using computers at one point, it does mess around with it. But like Breitlings don't get it. I mean, these are so like first world problems instead of like third. Whatever, but I'm not really impressed. I love timepieces and I love my friend Dave. Dave, I think we've known each other since 5 years old. Known him since I'm like 5 or something like that. Whatever. Great guy. Has no filter. A great guy. But it's just interesting. If you ever had something that just stopped and then you had, I mean, I'm very aware of time because of what we research and what we investigate. I'm always looking at time. I can tell you that most of the time when I get up at night, if I'm actually able to sleep, I'm getting up around 3:30 in the morning. That hour where Dave Rigno would be punching someone in the dick.
Is there something specific about that time?
What's the witching hour, right, Dave? I mean, Dave, you want to tell them about the time, please?
Well, what time did your watch actually stop?
4:45.
Yeah, so that falls in the witching hour time frame, I would say.
Yeah. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, I kind of wonder from your location, I don't think you had any kind of directed weapons or anything like that. So maybe it's more paranormal in nature then.
It very well could be more paranormal in nature. Wicker stick. Never sleep between 1 and 4. I get weird energy. I have no clue if it's paranormal, something else bad happening, like Final Destination type. Yeah, it could be. Not here, not in this galaxy. It's interesting because we were leaving to go someplace like a week ago. When I got this property, I went in through every room with sage and Palo Santo. And nothing but love and light. I was doing whatever. Put a little salt around the property too. For a touch, And we've been pretty good. You do hear things in Florida, like it sounds like something's walking, but that very well could be a lizard or, I mean, really, really some animal getting into certain areas or whatever it is. Other than that, no issues, no problems. Although my daughter upstairs swears she heard footsteps outside her room one night. So I've gave her selenite. If anybody wants some, just PM me your name and address and where I can send it. I will send you. I have 15 fucking pounds of selenite in this house. If you put sage around it, it cleanses it, and it's good to keep on you, type of thing. But the other night we were going someplace. It was during the day, and I went into our bedroom, closed the door. I know I closed the door. Went into, just outside our bedroom is this kitchen living room. If you've been to Florida, Dave has, you'll understand it's just like an open floor plan for most of these things now. And I walk over there, and my youngest and her mom's there and goes, "Did you just see that?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" The dog went over, the door opened by itself and closed by itself. I didn't see it or hear it. And then everybody saw it. Even the dog went over to check. So that was pretty interesting.
Does that time have any significance for you? I'm just trying to figure out some connection. Does paranormal, like, were your children born at that time? Were you born? Something like that. Have some kind of connection to your clock stopping at 5:15.
I have no idea. Hey, Rob, what's going on? I mean, we did have a blood moon. Oh, this is where it gets crazy. It's a blood moon.
Mm-hmm.
It was at 3:33 in the morning on the day of Purim, which is a Jewish holiday, which celebrates the victory over Haman in Persia, which is modern day Iran, and saving the Jews, and what's going on right now. I mean, it's just, although, I mean, they could have planned the war to happen this way to have that significance in general, but that's pretty damn odd. Oh, there she is. Coley, meet Dave. Dave, meet Coley. SNX Radio. She's on the screen. You two need to chat. Dave is a researcher investigator, probably intuitive as well. And when he comes up to demons or the evil things, he punches them in the dick. So definitely perfect for the show.
Absolutely. Hey, Coley.
Yeah. And so it's I don't there's a lot of weird things happening around now. They also talk about Mercury retrograde. Everybody's, oh my God, Mercury, we've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a real thing, or is it just an excuse? Like, you just like your father, that excuse, like, oh my God, you just like your mother. Yes, BMR is in the house. Go sign up for a thing. So what would you say, like, is this a time of year? Is it Mercury retrograde? Is it any of that stuff, or you just like you're declining to weigh in on that? Just checking. Anyone? Fry, Bueller. Bueller.
I mean, I do think this some extent. I mean, what's going on in the world? There's obviously a lot of turmoil and everything else, and clearly, I'm sure that contributes to it. I mean, obviously, from an astrology perspective, yes, that has an impact. But to everybody's point, there's definitely some weird stuff going on in the world, and I think overall, it just seems like the energy's been completely off, shifting constantly. It's gone from like 1 minute, it might be positive energy to negative energy suddenly. So, and that just might be a byproduct of, all the turmoil, plus the Epstein files, plus all this other stuff going on.
Dave, do you think that okay, the bad things associated with Mercury retrograde, is that the demonic forces, or could that also be something like a good force helping you to see that there is evil in the world and you don't want that come back to me? Like, what do we attribute that to?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I mean, and obviously I'm not going to say I'm the foremost expert on that, but from like the astrology perspective, a Mercury retrograde is typically just, like an optical illusion, right? It might just be a time where, you might have glitches, misunderstandings. You're going to have, it's a time for reflection and review, so to speak. So I don't think there's necessarily a demonic impact there. Certainly could be, obviously, if you go into that mindset, you invite that into your life. And obviously there might be places or things you're going to, but I think currently, when they talk about the Mercury retrograde, it's just more of a time. Don't make big decisions, reflect on things, just kind of wait it out. If you have misunderstandings or you have technical issues, don't get frustrated over that. Just realize, it's kind of the part of the bigger picture, in my opinion.
Yeah. So it's in general, I mean, it's been a rough couple of days. Not that I was happy that Marilyn wouldn't be here. I wanted to talk with Marilyn because she is really fantastic. And we definitely will be talking to Marilyn, but there's so much heaviness going on and it's very stressful. And, that I've just been overwhelmed with things, trying to, keep that positive vibe and it's just it gets difficult for a lot of people. But it was interesting. I was able to contact the psychic for our group, who's like a sister to me. Her name is Cindy Bailey Dove. She's out of Arkansas, and love this lady. I've never met her. She is like a sister. She's my Yoda, but is like good looking. You know, not like Yoda. And
I'm sure she appreciates that compliment.
yeah, well, she does. She's definitely, you know, I knew it was more than a Pandora's box, but I started like, I don't want to open a Pandora's box, and I fucking knew it was, and whatever. And I know, yeah, I mean, Coles and some other people have mentioned like it's been rough the last fucking couple of weeks, and I don't know what it is, and it's not just like you feel it around you, but other people are like coming at you, and you're like, you know what? I don't need this crap, type of thing. Hey, Jason Scott, welcome to the Third Eye Live broadcast. Like, share, subscribe, makes it great. I don't know, whatever gift's coming up. St. Patrick's Day gift.
There you go.
So, right. So I was talking to her, and she's telling me, like, you know, you know, it was really weird when I was chatting with her just to check out how she's doing. She's, you know, getting back on the mend, and I want to have her on the program. She said, your energy is real low. And she started, and just by talking with her, and she's like, you know, like, I'm not taking shots at you. I know you're not, you know, I heard oh, Earth Radio. You have to add a camera, buddy. Hold on. We're going to bring you in. Hey, what's going on, Ron? Hold on for that.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, pretty good. We're just talking about some stuff that's going. And so I started feeling better. Well, again, combination of I don't like to fly, and you know I'm freaking out on that, and I just did my taxes, and I got my car's fucked up, and there's so much going on, and there's tension with other people, and I was just like, I'm done. Put a fork in me, you know. Here we go, right through the head.
No, don't do that. That's what
No.
only politicians are sticking forks in their eyes.
It was just
Now you
it
got
was
people
too
in
much.
Minnesota.
Yeah, and so what happened was, yeah, like the day was crappy. She called me, and I said, I you know, I have to call you back, whatever it was. And she called me back, and I was kind of like sulking, not in a good space, just miserable, stressed out, overwhelmed. And she's sitting on the phone, and we're chatting, and I figured I'm making dinner, you know, outside. I'll just like, I'll talk to her. And when I'm talking to her about what, you know, things that are going on, checking her out at this point, what happened will be all right came through. A man's voice, when I first started, I was talking to her. She said, I can feel it. You're in that negative vibe. You gotta change your vibe, positive vibe, and whatever. And I heard a voice. I go, did you hear that? And she goes, no, I think on your microphone is buzzing up a storm. Let me see. Yeah, it's on your end, Ron. So I had to mute you for a split second. But
I don't want to fix that.
no. It kind of stopped, but this actually could be divine intervention right here. And
the aliens could be flying over Ron's house.
Well, Cindy was the one that told me. My dad went to Cindy. Yeah, my dad went to Cindy to get to me because I don't sleep very well, and he was pissed off. So, and I wouldn't blame him because Cindy is a very good-looking woman. She's older than me by 10 years. Very good-looking woman. And yeah, my dad was like, "Okay, you're gonna be a horn dog. Go to the hot psychic," you know. And she's telling me everything, as you know, and he's talking to her and whatever. Apparently, he's my one of my guardian angels. Which I said, "Oh fuck," you know, love my dad, but I don't think you know he's the guy I want at this point being my guardian angel. You know, there's not always there. But the voice I heard and was my dad's voice. And he said something, be okay. It'll be okay. Like that's what I heard. which this just happened a couple hours ago. And I said, did you hear that voice? And she goes, no, I didn't hear it. I said, there was a man there, said, be okay. It'll be okay. And she goes, well, that happens all the time. I'm like, yeah, that happens to me all the time as well. But this, I said, it sounded like my dad. And then he's like, yeah, he's here. He said he needed to shock you to get your energy back into where it should be. And boy, oh boy, it gave me goosebumps. Because these are the moments like when if you have lost a parent and they're the ones taking care of you here and there. These are the moments that you would go to your parent, like, what do I do? Even like, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Even if like, when you leave the house, like that kid's fucked right now. Like even if that's the case, that positive, statement helps you get through shit in general. But I was freaked out that I heard my dad's voice right there. So I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Hold on.
No?
Say it again. Say it again.
Do I sound better?
You sound a little bit better, but it keeps like,
Hello?
I don't know if anybody else is hearing. It's like
Yeah, you could hear the buzzing.
It's like you're in a laboratory.
I don't know.
You're like live, like creature life. All these things. Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
Sorry about that.
It's better now, so that's good. This
I have had my.
Say again.
I was like I'm like like 11 years old or something when my great grandparents died. I didn't really
Right.
know them. I just knew them as great grandparents, right? But then that was first evidence that I had to look up, thinking, okay, now what? They're gone. Where did they go? Didn't know anything about that really. Didn't think too much about it. Then later on in 2012, my mom passed away. Now I got to be with my mom on her last week, and that was tough because she didn't remember who it was. She had Alzheimer's issues, So like she
Yeah.
didn't remember who I was. And it was like I was sad, but at the time I understood, so I didn't freak out too bad. And then my dad passed away 10 years later or so after that. And so no, my dad passed away in just recently, but like a couple of years ago, 2016 or 17, I can't remember now. It was one of my first times I went to find books.
Oh.
But I got to meet Sir. I got to meet Sir Bryan, by the way, guys. And he's a great guy. If you haven't met him.
I appreciate that. You're great as well. I don't. That was pre the CE5. I did. Yeah, pre CE5 when I brought in the craft there to like 130 people. Which I got to be honest, even though I researched this stuff, that blew the shit out of me. The thing was acres wide, big center dome. I mean, like I was like, what the fuck is this? It was incredible. And then when I did it during COVID, what's up, Casey? When I did it during COVID, they had to do a special event, and there were 70 people there. And I brought my oldest daughter. I said, "You want to come with me? And you can like take pictures and whatever." And everybody but one woman was serious, and this one woman was nasty. Come on, aliens, screaming and whatever. We had these two craft that appeared on left and right of us where we were, and they wanted to come in. And one of it started off as a little dot, and then they would go to two dots next to each other. It looked like dice, and then it would be like a triangle of dots, dot, top, bottom, left, right, and they would go in and out. And they wanted to come closer, but that woman, just didn't. It just didn't help. I mean, at the end of the event, she didn't take it serious enough. And there were people like, someone should have killed that woman. I'm like, whoa, relax, take it down a level. They were that really upset about it. That woman was terrible. What, some people may or may not be serious when you do something. They think it's a joke. I don't know.
And they shouldn't be there. They can't.
Think about it though. you've been locked up for X amount of like whatever time. Like locked up in your house. You're not allowed to go out. Can't breathe. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And thank you, Rob. And the opportunity to go out in the open and do something. I mean, everybody would take it. You know, have you ever seen kids locked up in a rainy day? And that one day it's sunny, they come out and it's just like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
crack addicts down on I-95 in like Fort Lauderdale. They're just running around.
I remember in Minnesota when they said, "Oh, you have to stay in your house. You know, you can't go out unless you have a doctor's appointment. And then you better have a note from your doctor to prove it. And then you gotta have medications you have to pick up or something like that. It's always made an excuse. So I had to go out. I set a doctor's appointment, or I have to pick up medication. You know, and that way I could get out and they couldn't stop me. So, look, I got this prescription I gotta get. So let me go. Now I never was one to like to wear masks in the first place. You know, for the so-called the incident. I call it the incident. You say, and anyway, I never was one to wear a mask even in the store. And if they wanted to wear masks, go ahead. And I got my protection stuff they recommended. You know, my health worker did. And that was the only time. I only got the first few, and that was it. I said, no more. I'm not getting any more. If I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, great. But I'm not gonna put any more of that stuff in me. Yeah. I try not to get the flu shot, although being 65, they recommend it. So I might be stuck having to get it at some point. You know?
The last time I took a flu vaccination was during the first Gulf War. And I shit you not, I was like 104, 105 temperature. I was seeing quadruple.
And you get the flu and you fight it off, right? You get the flu and you fight it off.
I never took it thereafter. And then the last thing I got, actually a year prior to coming here, we got COVID. I got COVID prior to coming.
I never got COVID. If I had wood, I'd knock on that. But I got a wood for it. Okay, I'll
it's
for
the
it.
flu.
All right.
It's basically the flu. The problem is people they hype that shit so much that people freaked out, and then their adrenaline kicks in, and then they go into panic mode. You're
mentally,
and
you're mixed up. And have you ever heard of the Navarro flu?
Navarro,
No.
That was before
the bird flu you're talking about. I don't want to get us taken down.
Whatever it was where you had discharge from both ends at the same time.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. The Norvovirus or the Norwalk virus. Yeah. I've unfortunately through
whatever temperature.
We went on a vacation many, many moons ago. Our whole family. And we went up to the main idol, which is up in Freeport, Maine. And you rent these like kitchenette cabinets, and they got fireplaces, and it's just really cool little kitchenette. And I caught something like that, and for like literally 24 hours,
it was bad.
Things coming out of me in every aspect, and I was like, I don't know what I did to hurt somebody, but this sucks. It was just throwing up everywhere and vomiting and crap. It was like I didn't leave that cabin for a good 24 hours. And then after that, you're hungry, but you don't want to eat because you're just like, no.
Am I gonna be able to eat it? Yeah, do I get
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Lucky for me at home where I was at the apartment that I lived in. I had the toilet and I had the tub right across me, so I could sit on the toilet and use the tub. and take a shower afterwards, you know?
I mean, there's so many different ways that people can be unalive in this world, and instead of doing that, why don't we just work on being nice to each other? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, peace, harmony.
And so I was gonna say, Sir Bryan, on my Facebook page and on X, I've been posting some sunrise videos that I've been getting every single morning. Because here, if it's a clear day, I get to wake up on time for the sunrise, and I just get my phone out there on the tripod, and I just take usually I go a little bit early, and it's about maybe a 12-minute video, but then I cut it down to like
Right.
5 minutes for the quick thing. And then I go to my Suno machine, my music machine, and I make a nice little song to go with the video. A lot of
Oh,
times
that's
it's a
cool.
worship song, something uplifting, something cheerful. And I do have on my channel, as you know, I have a lot of fun songs dealing with politics stuff, which is kind of funny. If you listen to it, it'll make you laugh. And you're like, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Okay, if you go to
But I'm
Ert
trying to get
Radio,
a little curious.
right? If you go to Ert Radio, there's a variety of other shows that you could also listen to. And Ron's show, the flagship. And it's really interesting. I met Ron through a third party friend, and he used to do a Skywatch every Friday night, many, years back. And that's where I met you and
Yeah.
and Jade and I knew
Yeah.
Mark, D'Antonio, he's probably pissed off at me at this point. He just keeps going.
Oh, come on. Nah,
Mark and
he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah, no, Mark's all right. It's
Amanda's
just like,
great.
bro, we're lighting up, whatever. It is what it is. But it's just
I'm still friends with both of them, so.
no, so am I. I'm friends with, whatever. He can come at me and I said, Mark, I don't understand why you're taking shots, but I still love you, bro. That's it. I don't have time in the remainder of my world in life. I don't know about, Mr. Dave or Mark. I mean, I really don't have time to hate that much.
No, you're not like
Or
that.
argue with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of got to that point at 65. When you reach the 65, you learn that pretty quickly. You think that it's not worth my time to sit here and be upset about what you're doing or what anyone else is doing. My job is to get hopefully a positive message out.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's let me tell you something, it does get hard. I mean, there's certain individuals like I think we need to F up, and that's anybody that's going after kids. Okay. I'm just gonna state it right.
Yeah.
Totally non-paranormal, but let's make them ghosts and just get rid of them and do other things to them. But in general, if you start acting more positive and higher, I mean, I knew this. It was just you get yourself into funks, right? I know Cole's, we were talking a little bit backstage. Everybody has certain issues, I'm sure Dave has things, Mark and everybody, and it's like you're trying to deal with it. There it is. Here it is. Dave, any whiskey pours on tap tonight, brandy with cigars. Yes, that would be lovely. I can't talk now. Freaking awesome right now.
Maybe some Eagle Rare and a Padron 1964.
Oh my God, yeah. I'll tell you what, my buddy Dave gave me these. And these are amazing Ave Marias. Let me see if we can get the camera on that.
Yeah, those are good sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is. Thank you, Dave, for those. Those are freaking amazing.
And by the way, pertaining to even the Mercury retrograde and all that, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy if you sit there and have negative emotions and thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, if you start draining yourself and, you're putting out those bad vibes to the universe and, you get in that rut, you're going to cause yourself problems.
Yeah, I'm trying, it's something. It takes some time, it takes time. Just when you think you're getting over it, some asshole comes in and does something like, cuts you off or whatever. I'm done with people cutting, like whatever, cut me off. I don't care. I've learned a long time ago that if you're late, own it and go get lunch or breakfast. Like if you're going to be late, you might as well be if you're 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late, be a half an hour late. Make sure you're eating something with it, have a cup of coffee, whatever you want. And then you're like, you're late. I'm like, yeah. And those eggs were fucking awesome. You know,
You know, it's. I used to work with years ago. I was an elevator mechanic once upon a time ago, and I worked with this one gentleman, Kevin O'Reilly, God rest his soul. He actually had a massive heart attack when he was 45 and passed away. But his motto was never be late twice in one day. If you go in late, you got to leave early. He lived by it.
I love that. I love that.
I mean,
okay, let's go.
Like we used to, he was the resident mechanic at Newark Airport Terminal A. And I guess I could say this now because obviously he's passed, but
Yeah, he's gone.
you know, we were supposed to be there by, no later than 8 a.m., usually more like 7:30, 7 o'clock. Just see if any of the elevators or escalators were shut down, things of that nature. I would call him to wake him up and he'd be like, all right, I'll call you. And then I'd have to wait and he'd call me at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. He's like, all right, I'm on my way. Let's head down there now. It's just like, bro, we're supposed to be there hours ago. And we get to the airport. We'd walk through the terminal, check if the escalators were working.
Another elevator guy here.
Nice. Yeah. Kone. We were at Schindler back then, but the funniest thing was like he'd turn the key. If it didn't turn on, he'd be like, all right, fuck you, let's go to lunch. He's like, we'll take a look at that another day.
I literally, when I was working temp and we had to move boxes from one point down all the way around the building to another office, and this other guy was there. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And he goes, whoa, what are you doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I worked for the Teamsters for one a couple of weeks ago. You don't lift, you push. And we put them all in these chairs. We started walking them down the hallway. These perspectives help really realign your perspective, And I like that. If you're going to be late in the morning, you might as well just go home early. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. So, wow. That's why, God bless Kevin. Hope he's okay where he is up there.
Yeah, he was a fantastic guy and he was hysterical. I mean, he worked at the airport for so many years. He knew everybody there and he used to fuck with everybody. Like he'd jump on top of the elevator and literally he'd run it by hand. And as soon as one of the employees got on from the terminal or whatever, he would shut off the lights and start talking like a Darth Vader voice, like, I am your father. Just like,
that is awesome.
Some of the stuff he would do, the people would be screaming at him. They're like, Kevin, stop, cut this shit out. He's like, this is not Kevin.
That is great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. That would be fantastic. That's someone definitely to hang out with. So
it almost sounds like Kevin could have been part of shooting a body double of Hannibal Lecter, and that ties in with put the lotion on its skin.
He rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
don't make me keep saying that. Yeah. Well, 99% of these things came from when we were doing the Three Beards podcast.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, and then I just put a bunch of them in, and they were good.
The metaphorically speaking is
metaphorically.
You never
okay.
okay.
Says metaphorically. Metaphorically.
So this is, I gotta explain this. I was talking to a guy out of Canada named Jim, and Jim, if you looked at him, older gentleman, can he talk like this? Whatever. And I'm watching him on TikTok, and he's speaking about things, and if you're in the know and it's kind of hard to explain it. And he's dropping truth bombs, boom, 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 everywhere. So I was talking to another psychic out of Canada. Don't talk to that person anymore. They went a little bit whacked out, and we got him on the show. I was driving back, I think, or no, I don't remember if it was. I was on the show, We got him on the broadcast, and at one point he tells everybody, Jim, you have anything you want to say to everybody? Like, yeah, everybody should kill themselves. Literally. He just says that. And then Craig, go to the Three Beards, look for just Talk with Jim. That's the show. It is the greatest show ever. And as soon as he says that, Craig goes,
No.
and then he goes,
Metaphorically.
metaphorically.
Three Bears
Not
podcast is merit.
There's Jim in the back. Not metaphorically. He was telling you to, because so you can transfer your energy elsewhere. And I was just like, and what really pissed Craig off that night was, I was like, Jim, just as soon as this happened, I'm like, Jim, tell everybody where they can find you. That's what I said. What the fuck are you doing? Well, Jim eventually succumbed to whatever he was doing. Actually, a couple months, probably about 9 months ago. And it was a sad thing because the man had a lot of knowledge and a lot of information, and he just had, he dealt with it in his own way. And sad thing because he had children, and they have to deal with the aftermath. So that's messed up. But the guy knew his stuff. Lane Denan, he was talking about. He said something about Agartha, and and
there was a school of Bigfoots or something like that.
Yeah, he used to, when he was younger, he used to go on like a walkabout, and he'd go to a certain area in Canada that had big lakes, and he literally was playing with baby Bigfoots.
I remember the guy. Yeah.
And they would play with them, and that's where he got the real name. They don't like to be called Bigfoot. They don't like Sasquatch. They like Sabe or Saba. They like those two terms versus the other ones. And he also told me, if you're going to go to the top of Florida, the Panhandle, that is where the ant people live, and they travel into the inner earth. We're Inky, and the ant people are. So, which is pretty an interesting thing, because I know of some areas there in the Panhandle that have some extremely high strangeness, and hopefully we'll be going to investigate them sooner than later. But Morris, I gotta focus on
Hey, Dave, I asked you a question.
Yeah. So,
Dave, I asked you a question earlier. Do you have any experience, or do you like doing like a remote view of personal residence?
about me or Dave?
He's asking me.
Dave.
No, I mean,
I'll tell you.
I can't say I've ever remote viewed a personal residence, and that's not
Okay.
That's something I've actually, astral projection, remote viewing. I've certainly tried to do a couple. I've gone to like the Akashic records, things of that nature, but I can't say I'm as experienced as Bryan in that realm.
I just keep practicing it more so than anything else. It's weird. I mean, if someone asks me to, I'm going to, if it's their things, but I'm not going to peek in someone else's stuff. I don't peek on other.
I didn't mean that. I meant that if somebody asked you for help.
Yeah. I mean, like right now, Coley, who's in chat, is wearing a nice outfit, and I'm only joking, Coley. I'm just fucking with you right now. Love you, Coley. I like to. What's interesting though is if you talk to people on the phone or the headphones, I used to be able. You can hear the tones they're changing, depending on where they are. You can actually hear them descending stairs. Which is really bizarre. And I used to scare the shit out of people. Like, if you're in the kitchen, go, can you make me something? They go, how the fuck do you know I'm in the kitchen? And you can hear it. And it's not just them playing with pots and pans or whatever. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. Kevin Murphy, if you want to talk to somebody, Ron, Kevin Murphy, he shared his astral projections experience on the show last month. It was really great.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kevin
I'm
can
gonna.
reach out
Yeah,
to me if that's all right.
yeah, I'll connect you guys together. And then he's a musician, blues guy, but he's also had a ton of different experiences. But
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
all
curious, more curious than anything else. It's not if I not necessarily I believe everything. I have a
right.
more a cat like curiosity, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally I get it. It's what I love is when actually another beard story is when Chris goes, "Hey, can you help me? I want to know, I had two pairs of fucking sunglasses. My wife doesn't know what happened to them." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Okay, I'll remote view it." And I remote viewed it and I saw it and I'm like, "Well, one's in the garage behind this. It looked like a cooler, a big, with a white top, square type of cooler, and and it had the pattern on it. It's kind of scalloped a little bit, longer, almost look like upholstery that makes up the actual cooler, but out of plastic. That's the best way I can describe it. He said it's in the garage, and he goes, "Oh no," And then I said, "The other one, I'm looking," and I said it's off an exit, one of those crazy turn exits, and it flew out the window, and they're pretty much gone.
Oh,
And he goes, "No, man, yeah, my wife wouldn't let that happen, and we don't have a cooler in my garage." I said, "Okay, whatever." So we keep doing the show for a couple months, and he comes back on. He goes, "Hey, man, I found those glasses." And I said, "Well, okay, well, yeah, you were right. My wife took a turn, wasn't paying attention. The window was open and went out the window. Up." I said, "Yeah, so they're gone, right?" He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, the other ones I found in my garage." I said, "Was it behind that cooler thing that looked like, upholstery?" He goes, "We didn't have a cooler, but there was a chair there and it was blue and it was behind it." And I'm like, just like I fucking tell you, don't want to look. I'm not doing this for like, laughter or applause or anything like that. We don't do that for that stuff. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer. Am I
yeah.
100? No, I don't think anybody's 100%. And, there's somebody here that does readings. Uh, I've done readings for some people. Alex, actually, Dave's partner in crime, another brother that do Brothers of the Arcana. And I knew in the reading before, as I'm giving it to him, I'm trying to tell him, "Don't you motherfucking procrastinate." Like, he procrastinated. And I'm like, because that changes your path at the time. So if you're traveling like this and you procrastinate, you start going off to the side or whatever it is. And then when you get back on the path, you kind of like tear back over and you get it back on a path. So he didn't say anything to me. I knew he was. And about 2.5, 3 months later, he came to me immediately in my head, and it was like, he's freaking procrastinating. He kind of had like 5 o'clock shadow, and I'm like, "Okay, dude, I'm gonna get you started." And I texted him, "This is the idea concept. Go start writing." And within an instant, he goes, "How the hell did you know that?" And I said, First of all, I knew you were gonna procrastinate, and it just came to me, and they said you needed help to get that jump." Um, and and it is what it is. So I feel it right now watching Dave
Yeah.
doing what he's doing right now. It looks like he's DJing over at a Ibiza or whatever. Back and forth. Looking
He's
for the
praying for you. That's what he's doing. He was praying for you.
3 drives on vinyl, baby.
Ron, have you found any more gold?
I find gold all the time. Yeah.
Okay, are you
But
panning for it?
not yet. I haven't been out yet because I still have some health issues dealing. You guys mentioned about health issues before. I had some health issues and it really took me back just for a little bit. So I've been getting what you call pater. Pater is where you can go and order
Yep,
pater that somebody went through,
and you can
and
pan
they
it.
actually had gold to it. and then you learn how to panic without the river. You know, and that's how I've been doing it so far since I've been sick with some things, and I'm just a little bit shady about going out on an event like that, and then if I have a heart attack or something, you know, that would be bad. so,
Yeah.
so I want to stay close to home. But something else I was gonna mention, Sir Brian. You mentioned Jade at Bill's place, right? And
Yeah.
Jade had a really interesting gift about remote viewing. If you knew that, I'm sure you did. And Amanda had lost her phone. She went to Bill's one time from Canada. She came to Bill's
Yep.
for a Fine Bush event, and Amanda loses the phone. And we spent like probably a day trying to find her phone, and nobody could find her phone anywhere, right? So a year later, from that point, Jade is on the show with Bill Skywalker, right? He's on the show with Bill, telling Bill where the phone is, and it was stuffed down in the side of the couch, you know, where nobody could see it. But
Right.
Jade described the pillow that was flashy, had some flashy stuff on it that Mom had, you know, on the couch, or
Yep.
whatever. And the phone was underneath that pillow down in the side of the couch. Bill got the phone out, turned it on, or plugged it in, got it charged up, it still worked. And Amanda already got the phone by now, you know, a year later. But amazing that he found it like that, and that was on live, not set up, nothing. Nobody set that up. I was a
Yeah.
witness to the fact of Amanda losing the phone, and then I was a witness on the live stream to the fact that Jade found it by the remote view technique. That's what I'm talking about, remote viewing, you know, like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I've been we had a brother that went missing in lodge. Well, he wasn't a brother yet. He was, you know, not a pledge. You know, he was coming in, and I was talking to someone who was dealing directly with him, and I said, "Listen, I'm going to remote view where he is." And I saw, I first got I can feel the coolness of the morgue, and I felt the tile, and I saw the morgue boxes on the wall, and I was like, "Oh."
Oh,
And then I kind of pulled back from that image, and I'm like focusing, and then I saw handcuffs on somebody in a bed, a gurney, and wearing a hospital gown, handcuffed to the side. And I didn't really see his face, but I knew it was him. And I said, I call back, I go, he's either dead or he's been arrested and he's in the hospital. Go check those areas. And it's wherever there's a morgue right next to the ER type of thing. And sure enough, the brother was like, found him. And exactly what I said. He lost his he was getting medication. He was under arrest, which that later was dropped because he got jumped. And there's a ton of different things. You know, it was just bizarre when we do these things. Yes, it's a pure leaf, by the way, which is filled with Fanta, by the way. I should really start drinking again because you know what? No one likes a quitter.
oh no.
Yes, I think what we're gonna do
Oh,
though, I don't know if Mark, if you want to get in it, you get the ingredients for a cocktail. We'll get Dave to come back with ingredients for a cocktail if you want to come back, Ron, and we'll make different cocktails. We'll post the ingredients, and then you'll prepare it, and then we'll all drink it. We'll all have the same ingredients, and we'll drink it, and time will just fly.
I think I'd rather be a witness to this one. I mean, I'll watch, and
No problem.
my medication I have heart
What do you think,
medication
Dave?
and causes.
What do you think,
Well,
Davey?
why don't we just do straight up bourbon or something? That way we don't have to mix anything.
I can do that too.
I usually pound a couple waters on the rocks before a show starts.
Well, maybe you should see, Mark. Maybe you should start having a sip of something every night, like
It's
some
like an
wine.
honor. in honor of Bryan and Bigfoot over here.
There you go.
On the water.
Yes. I don't know if anybody caught our last promo, our PSA for Bigfoot. I don't know. We can throw it up. I'm going to throw it up because that's just what I do. Not vomit
need to
it.
give Fades a plug again.
Yeah, Bigfoot Fades. I hope you're feeling better because that was, something. I just want to make sure you're okay.
It was a very talented artwork she did for the.
Yes,
I was impressed.
She does really good work. She wasn't feeling well, and this was our PSA. And I saw this, and I because it was funny, the concept, and I said, you know what, not a bad idea. Let's get guys to take heed to this. So I'm just gonna play it while we're here because it was great.
What you don't see in the video is a proctologist giving an exam. Gents, don't be the Bigfoot. Get checked today. Your life depends on it.
What? It's just a good idea. Go out and get checked. You know what? Any guy that's been through that procedure, they howl. They get something out of their soul when it happens.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get checked. It only takes a couple of minutes. The sad thing was, my first real exam, I was 15 years old, and my dad took me upstate New York, Poughkeepsie Hospital, because his best friend's brother was a doctor up there, and he went to go visit him. And that was my first time. He goes, "Okay, pull your pants down, lay on the left side." I'm like, "What?" And the next thing you know, it's like, "Holy crap! What do you got a whole fist up there?" He's checking your prostate. I'm like, Jesus Christ! And then I came out of it, and at the end of it, we're walking to the car, and I go, "You go to his house for Christmas? You let him cut the turkey? Get the fuck out of here!" Is he wearing gloves then too? Yeah, there's a sound that you make. It's incredible. Later, Kevin. Have a great night. But yeah, Jen can tell you. She does medicine, nurse, traveling, whatever. You used to give consultation. Yeah, well, you know what? Some guys wouldn't mind if a woman they don't want to be sedated when women are I don't know, fingering them in certain areas. I guess it does get embarrassing, your prostate's pretty big. Well, that's what the ladies say. What kind of pickup line could that be? Are you happy, or do you have a big prostate? Not a big prostate.
Or do you have banana in your
totally, kind of swerved and gone off the rails. I need you guys to check out. Dave has let me get this off for the time being because then it takes down the names. But look for Dave at Ferrigno on Instagram. Please follow him. And because he just did something which was very interesting. Great video today, which is beautiful because I had a discussion with somebody else in one of the other chats about Freemasonry, and they were alluding that it's about devil and Satan and all this other shit, and it's not. And frankly, if you're, depending on your state, 18, 21 years old in most states, you can join a lodge and find out for yourself. There's no secrets in there. It's just a great organization, a lot of charity work, a lot of great brothers. There are other brothers. We all hang out, and some of us are more on that esoteric side of it. But Dave goes into high details about, Freemasonry, Illuminati, and all the other speculation. I believe that's it, right?
Yeah. Also, it's also up on our Brothers of the Arcana.
Yep. I was going to say that
on YouTube as well. So, I created, just so everybody's aware, I created a new Instagram handle that I'm going to be posting stuff from my Brothers of the Arcana show on. that way it doesn't commingle with the personal Instagram, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
don't
crazy.
don't really have any followers or anything yet, other than maybe myself and Bryan, but
It's
we'll
really
build that up.
It's really worth it. I'm gonna just I'm gonna save this and share your link so people can get the you can join Brothers of the Arcana. I could have sworn at one point I was pronouncing everything really bad and wrong, but I don't now.
That's all right.
Yeah, I apologize about that.
There are some days where you just can't speak. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully those days have a lot of alcohol involved in them. There's some days.
Well, if nothing else, it's a good story.
Yeah, what is it like? It reminds me of what my alcoholic friend once said. Those words live by, folks. Yeah. So
exactly.
Copy that. I'm going to paste it into our lovely chat because it's definitely something you need to do to see these guys and get on board with Brothers of the Academy. They do a really great job.
Those were more just little educational series type stuff. Like we do presentations as well and education. And, frankly, we got to get back to doing some of our full length podcast episodes, but it's just been a busy time in the last couple of months. So,
and it did come up, Dave, for it and all these things. This is wonderful. Cool. So, I'm just so you know, if you're using StreamYard, what you see on a phone and the chat flying up is not what you see on the back end of it. So, I want $40 back. This, fuck you. I want $40.
So Bryan, you're asking for reparations?
Yeah, but not that I'm not getting. Let's divide this whole Civil War thing. This is not a Civil War reparation. This is just technology, and it doesn't work. Holy shit! Way to get me hung down south.
Well, I haven't got anyone to donate to my channel, so I'm still waiting.
Yeah,
still waiting for the first donation.
We have over 555 subscribers now. I want to thank everybody that's subscribed. We really, really do appreciate you. You've not been forgotten. It's great. And something that we're doing, I believe it is on. I think I'm trying to figure out. No, not this month. One of these dates coming up, we are going to do a different type of I think it is it. I'm looking what we have here. We're supposed to have Natalie next week, Natalie Smearman. She's dealing with some personal issues right now. The 18th apparently is when we're supposed to originally have Coley Weber on, but we're not going to do that, and hopefully we're going to be doing paranormal squares, kind of like Hollywood Squares, but with different people in different shows in the paranormal. Yeah, we're gonna. I have the background, so each one's going to be in a square, and everybody in the audience, you're going to get the chance to, play for prizes. So it's going to be whatever they're choosing. I'm going to be giving away T-shirts. Mark Eddy's going to be giving away a reach around. No, only joking. Dirty Sanchez. And that would be pretty interesting. Don't forget the shocker. But and we're
This is like tuning into Full Metal Jacket.
It's kinda.
Well, either that or grumpier old men.
Yes.
I love you long time.
I love you long time. But I thought it would be great. We get BMR, we get the Krista and in one, Brandy and another, a couple other people involved. I kind of got it set up. I have a spot for Mr. Ferrigno if he wants to join in. because one of my guests is unable to do that at spring break. And I have the backups because I wanted to ask initially where I knew some people were going to jump out, but sometimes people have, like, if you don't ask them, they get a little upset. And I'm like, okay, I'm not playing this game anymore. You want to come on, please. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, no problem at the Arcana show info, Kevin Murphy. I just got to say thank you very much for coming in, Dave. Thank you for jumping in, Ron.
Thanks for having me.
You
Thank you.
Ron, you want to promote your products right now?
Yeah, we do a replay of this show on our audio side, on Mixlr. You find Earth Radio, ERT Radio. You go to Mixlr.com and look for Earth Radio, and you find my channel, and follow it, like it, whatever, and tune in on. I think Bobby does it tomorrow, whatever. He gets the
I
audio
think
and does
so.
it tomorrow.
I'm not sure.
And so my producer Bobby Burgess. I always say
Bobby's
I'm the
great.
owner.
Yeah.
I'm the owner, and he's the boss, and that's what I say. But on Friday night, I do a show that I've been doing for a long time. I used to do like 3 hours, and I used to go on like at 10 o'clock Eastern, go on for like 2 or 3 hours. But I got old and I can't do that anymore, so I come on earlier and I go on for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on who we have. But it's on YouTube, Earth Radio. Just search my name, you'll find it, Earth Radio, YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. I got my own personal page on Facebook, but I also have Earth Radio page on Facebook. I have Earth Radio on Rumble. Everywhere is Earth Radio. Earth Radio on X.
He's got hundreds of thousands of people listening to him. So
I have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you guys want to join the fun, get to that next level, jump
we're
in
trying.
and enjoy the shows. I got a show on Tuesday night that we do every Tuesday night. Last night, right? It's called Secret Chronicles Paranormal Historians with Anthony Simonelli and Jenny Colucci. All right, and then Kim is the veterinarian. That she's a historian of sorts of paranormal stuff, and she works with horses. I don't know how it all works in the paranormal stuff, but anyway, she knows how to read houses and things like that, and tell you what's inside the houses. But check out that show on Tuesday night, and on Saturday we have a replay of the original shows that they've done. They've done over a year, going on their, in their second year on that show. But so we do kind of a lot of things. We do, anything we can pretty much do things on the run. Somebody says, "Hey, can you have us on the show?" As long as you're not going to be, talking about some weird stuff that nobody wants to listen about. But if you want to have fun and enjoy the conversation, yeah. I don't ever try to prove anyone right or wrong. Sir Bryan, you met me, and
Ron's a great guy.
I don't try to convince anyone, and I always say, hey, don't agree with me. Please don't agree with me ever. If you if you research it and find out what I'm saying is true, great, then we can agree, or we can disagree. However, the point is, don't argue with me. Don't try to prove your point. Not listen to my point. A conversation is supposed to be two-way street where we can each have a conversation and enjoy the talk. We don't have to be mad at what somebody says or thinks or whatever. And if you don't like what the person says, just say, "Oh, that guy's a weirdo. Let's get out of here."
Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole thing about these shows. Like, some things you may love all of it, you may love part of it, you may like have little bits and pieces of it, but definitely go out, check Earth Radio out, and all the different shows that Ron is up on that site. Dave Ferrigno, pleasure, my brother, to have you and see you here.
Likewise, thank you.
Flying by our seat of my pants and made my day a little bit better.
Have a safe flight tomorrow, and be sure to the conference.
I did plug the conference. You have to go to hauntedgarage.net/benefit. It's this Saturday. And it's from 6 p.m. to 4 in the morning over at Emmaus Asylum in Missouri, or Misery, or whatever you want to call it. And it all benefits Adam Whited and his family. It's going to be great. There's going to be live music. There's going to be CE5. There's definitely investigating. There's cryptids there. It's just going to be a good time, and it's $40, so it's something to do. I'll be there. Blondes and Blues will be there. Haunted Garage will be there. A bunch of guys and girls and ladies and wonderful human beings that you know and love, and you're also helping somebody out.
Sounds like fun, yeah.
Good ripples of karma into the universe. Yeah.
Hey, am I in a good location for CE5, Brian?
Say that again, sir.
I moved to Arizona. Am I in a good location for CE5?
Oh yeah, you're damn straight good location for CE5 in Arizona. Yeah, but we can chat offline about that. Definitely a hot spot. Dave, do you have you want to promote your stuff or no?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Please do.
Well, you could certainly check us out on Brothers of the Arcana. We're on Spotify, YouTube mostly. I need to definitely upload some additional videos on Spotify and other places, but we talk all things UFOs, the paranormal, but mostly esoteric issues. And we're not the type of individuals that are trying to ram anything down anybody's throat. We're just trying to help people on their spiritual journeys. And hopefully just put out some goodwill to the universe and help people on their journey. So that's really what we're all about. And we've met some fantastic people along the way.
Oh yeah, you have. I mean, like they've honestly, folks, it is a great show. It's really worth your time. Go check it out and break it up. If you can't do all of it at once, just do what everybody else does. Sometimes you break it in 15-minute increments or whatever. Just listen 15 minutes, save it for later, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, which would be great. Mark, Eddy, thank you as always for being here every week and dealing with me being, who I am. What do you got going on for yourself? Nightlight, Barbara DeLong.
We're working on the some book stuff at the moment. Barbara has a bunch of guests lined up. I'm working on trying to find a date for some panelists to
right.
We have the guests, just want to get the panelists we want to help promote a conference, and got a bunch of other things in the works. We're just really busy with a lot of things at the moment.
That's good. It's always good to be busy. Really bad decisions are made when things aren't busy.
Part 2 is about done, and so hopefully you're going to hear more about that very soon.
Your other book, part 2 of I think it's a 4 or 5 volume series.
I think so many museums are behind the project that they keep recommending more stuff, and so it just keeps expanding, which is
you may want to recommend that they pay you.
or like buy a whole bunch of boxes of books.
I have no problem about writing it, but you're going to buy 36 copies of the book. That's it.
Yeah, but it's the local support's been very enthusiastic. We're just I'll keep you posted. But it
sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I'm pleased with it. So
well, I'm glad that it's working out. I want to thank you, Mark, as always. Dave, love you, brother. I love all you guys, and
Love
everybody
you
in the
too.
chat. A lot of love out there. I'm just gonna dope my ass up and just lay in the plane, like some kid on a little yellow school bus.
All right, it'll be all right.
You okay? No, you know,
It's
I'm
the safest way to travel.
Okay, I
Oh, I did
please.
see a plane crash today in Tucson.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah.
there was a plane
So-
crash, and the people on the plane survived. I don't know that anybody in the house got hurt. But he was
Well,
turning around
I don't
to
need
go
any of those
back.
problems, Ron. I'm gonna stop you right there. No more talking about that shit. I'm gonna remove you immediately if that is the
Oh
case.
no, don't do that. Don't
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
we're gonna end this right now. But again, thank you very much. Hopefully we have Natalie Spearman on next week. If not, I'm probably going to. We have a friend of Julia Sims and see if he can cover just in case. And we get into some other conversations. Apparently she's where she is right now. They talk a lot of theories and esoteric and some strange stuff, and I don't really want to push myself to get myself thrown off the fucking internet when, you know, it's like, God, I have all these subscribers, but, you know, whatever. So be good. Prayers, healing, recovery, blessings sent to all. Try to stay positive, even when it's been really dark and negative. And I wish everybody a great night. Guys, I got to walk my dog, so I'm going to probably
Thank
boot
you.
everybody if you don't leave by yourselves. And then that
Good
is
night.
that. Yep, and I'm gonna try to live stream from Emmaus. So, you know, who knows what happens? It could be like the episode of South Park when they go to Imagination Land. Go see that, and you'll find out what that's all about. So, and DJ Dave, we're gonna take it out with my song "You." Wicka, wicka, wicka.
You, it's always been you. God showed me you. I have been searching decades for you. I found you, I lost you. My heart is broken without you. My soul aches for you. I need you, I want you. My days are filled with you. I've seen the future with you. My home is with you. I have felt the future with you. My nights are filled with you. Love is you. True love is you. My happiness is you. Every past life is with you. My dreams are filled with you. Life is meaningless without you. My future is with you. I will fight for you. I will defend you. I will give up my life for you. Whatever it takes for you. Nothing else matters but you. I love you. I love you. I love you. God showed me you. I have been searching decades for you. I found you, I lost you. My heart is broken without you. My soul aches for you. I need you, I want you. My days are filled with you. I have seen the future with you. My home is with you. I have felt the future with you. My nights are filled with you. Love is you, true love is you. Love is you, true love is you. My happiness is you. Every past life is with you. My dreams are filled with you. Life is meaningless without you. My future is with you. I will fight for you. I will defend you. I will give up my life for you. Whatever it takes for you. Nothing else matters but you. I love you. I love you. Life is meaningless without you. My future is with you.